Hey, I'm Silvio Perez. I'm the founder of AdConversion.com, and in this quick video tutorial, I want to teach you how to choose the best ad platform for B2B SaaS. So if you're a B2B marketer watching this and you're trying to decide where you should invest your ad dollars, my goal is for you to walk away from this video with a really clear plan. So what we went ahead and did was we interviewed 60 B2B marketers working at hypergrowth startups, and we asked them all kinds of questions around where they're advertising, what did they find work best for brand awareness, lead generation, where are they planning to invest, and a couple other things as well that we're going to cover in this article. In addition to that, I want to start off by just giving you some context on where you can advertise and also some core things to take into consideration so you can make an informed decision for yourself after hearing what these other B2B marketers had to say. So let's dive into it. I'll be using this article as a visual reference. You can actually check out this article in the description box down below, and you can read it for more details after this video. So let's start off with the very highest of levels, which is where can you advertise online in the first place? There are no shortage of opportunities with platforms that will take your money in exchange for giving you visibility. And in my experience, you can group the primary channels online into 5 categories. So you've got paid social, paid search, paid review, programmatic, and sponsorships. So paid social is advertising on social platforms like YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X or Twitter, TikTok, Quora, and Reddit. Each one of these platforms have their own ad managers that you can sign up for, put a credit card on file, and start to advertise and reach their users. Next is paid search. So this is advertising on search engines like Google or Microsoft. The next one is paid review. This is advertising on review platforms where they collect different listings of different software profiles, and then people go to there to understand and explore different softwares for different categories. So you've got Capterra, Software Advice, and SelectHub. Next, we have programmatic. So programmatic is advertising outside of these different primary platforms known as walled gardens, and this is advertising on the open internet. So you have display, digital audio, connected TV, and native. And then finally, we have sponsorships, which is advertising directly with individuals or organizations. So think influencers, newsletters, events, podcasts. All of this can be kind of bucketed under sponsorships. So, like just stopping here, you can see you have a fair share amount of channels that you could potentially consider in terms of putting ad dollars. How do you even go about prioritizing where to start and what makes the most sense for your B2B organization? All right, so here's 4 key criteria I recommend that you really focus on to be able to narrow down all of the channel options available for you. So first things first is your targeting options. So if you have to ask yourself, can you reach your ideal customer profile based on the available targeting options? And if let's say you're considering Quora as a channel to invest in, you should create a free Quora ads account and then go in the Quora ads manager, create a fake campaign, and just see what audience targeting options they have available and understand if there's an opportunity for you to reach your ideal customer profile on a platform like Quora. If the answer is no, then you should already rule out this channel because you're not going to be able to reach your ideal customer profile, right? And the whole idea here is to get in front of the right people so we can build our businesses. So that's the first question you have to ask yourself in terms of a key criteria on if a channel is going to make sense. The second thing you want to ask yourself is how much does it cost per click and per 1,000 impressions? How expensive will this channel be? And do you have enough budget to be able to fight a winnable fight? So at the end of the day, there is part art and part science when it comes to running ads. And on the science part, you need enough impressions to drive enough clicks. You need enough clicks to drive conversions. You need enough conversions to drive qualified conversions, and so on and so forth. So on the science side of things, you need to make sure that your unit economics make sense, or you're just not going to fight a winnable fight. So what I recommend that you do is you run a pilot campaign. It doesn't have to be a lot of money that you invest, just $100 to understand what's your real cost per click and your real cost per 1,000 impressions. Ideally, you can afford at least 100 clicks, so that way you can get enough of a sample size. And with that, now you have an understanding on, are you fighting a winnable fight? Does this channel make sense for you? And should you invest more into it? The next question you should ask yourself is reach. How large is your audience size within the available targeting options? So when you're looking at the targeting options, how big is the size of people, right? So if you notice on Quora, maybe there is a specific topic that resonates with your ideal customer profile and you think you can reach them there, but there's only 100 people and you're selling a product for $100 a month or $100 a year, doesn't make sense. These are the questions you have to ask yourself, right? So is the reach substantial to justify the return on effort to build all the corresponding campaigns and do all the work that is required in order to actually successfully advertise on this platform? And then finally, the fourth criteria you need to ask yourself is policy. Does this platform allow your industry to serve ads without restriction? For certain industries, unfortunately, you have the short end of the stick, and certain platforms are going to be more adverse to your type of industry advertising on them versus others. So you just got to do some research and understand, can you advertise for your industry on that platform? So after you go through these four key criteria, you're going to dwindle down all of these options that we talked about here for your specific channels available, right? So for example, if I'm running ABM as a B2B SaaS company, that means I need the ability to target a specific list of companies or to get in front of a specific list of companies. That means right off the bat, a lot of these channels are eliminated because I can't guarantee exposure to certain companies. Like predictably, I should say, because there are ways you can kind of finesse it and you have to get creative with your targeting sometimes. But in terms of actually being able to predictably target your list of companies, that for the most part is going to put you on LinkedIn and a very few other select platforms if you're running ABM. So things to consider in terms of the four criteria. Now let's get into the qualitative results. So after surveying these 60 B2B marketers, let's go ahead and show you what we learned. So one of the questions we asked these individuals on the survey was, which ad platforms are best for B2B lead generation? And here was the results. So after surveying all these individuals, these were the top platforms for B2B lead generation. So Google Ads with 52%, LinkedIn Ads with 38%, Facebook ads with 3.6%, and then Instagram ads with 1.8%. And if you actually look at the entire breakout here, it was Google ads in the lead, followed by LinkedIn, then Facebook, then Capterra, Instagram, and native ads were all pretty much equal at 1.8%. So these are different platforms to consider in terms of if lead generation is your primary focus for B2B based on what others have reported that works well for them. The next question we asked everyone was, which ad platforms are best for B2B awareness? And this is what we found. So 56% reported LinkedIn ads as the primary channel for B2B awareness. And this is kind of no surprise, and this is kind of what you would expect, given the fact that LinkedIn allows you to have all these firmographic targeting options, in addition to the ability to target very specific companies. It makes sense, but it was represented in this result here. So 56% said LinkedIn. This was quite surprising. YouTube and Facebook were tied at 12.3%. And then Google Ads had 10.5%, Instagram 1.8%, and connected TV had 3.5%, which I thought was quite interesting to see more and more budget moving towards that platform. And if you want to see the whole write-up here, you can see it was LinkedIn, followed by Facebook and YouTube were tied, then Google, then connected TV, display, and then finally Instagram ads. All right, next question was, which ad platforms are the most popular for B2B? So what we asked the sample of individuals was, which advertising platforms are you currently investing in? So they had to select the channels that they're only running ad dollars against, so we can get a sense of popularity by channel. And after we reviewed the data, this is what we saw. So it was a little bit more diverse here, but Google Ads was number one with 20.2% of the total pie. Then it was LinkedIn ads with 18.8%, then Facebook ads, then Instagram ads, then YouTube, then Microsoft, then Capterra, display tied, and then finally native ads, which I thought was quite interesting. And you can see the entire write-up here from start to finish in terms of the popularity by channel. So again, don't forget those four key criteria that we talked about at the start of this video when you're deciding your options, right? Because maybe someone says, the majority of the people are running and investing in Google ads, but if you're not operating in a known category with ample search volume, then paid search probably won't make sense for you. So things to consider. All right, and let's go ahead and wrap up here with which ad platforms are most B2B marketers planning to invest in. So the question was here, when I asked the survey, it was, where are you not advertising currently, but you're planning to within the next 6 months? And this is what we got back. It was a lot of different answers, and it was quite interesting. So the majority of people mentioned YouTube ads. So a lot of B2B marketers are very interested in testing YouTube, followed by X, Twitter ads with a close second, then Reddit ads, then connected TV, then audio, display, Microsoft, Facebook, Capterra, and the list goes on. So a lot of video content I see as being the consistent theme here. So people saying they want to invest in YouTube, wanting to invest in connected TV. So it's interesting to see B2B marketers starting to consider branching out of the traditional platforms of LinkedIn, Google, Meta, and starting to explore some of these other mediums where you can get a lot of impressions at a much cheaper cost, right? Like YouTube and connected TV. So that is it for this video. I hope it was helpful. All in all, when it's going to come down to and making your final decision, don't forget those 4 key criteria: your targeting options, your media cost, your reach, and your policy when factoring in your final decision. And I hope this is a helpful reference to see and hear what other B2B marketers are saying works for them and what they're considering. If you want to access this article, I'll have it linked in the description box down below. And if you want to learn more about advertising and B2B, then definitely check us out at AdConversion.com. We teach B2B marketers how to scale paid ads with free courses taught by the world's best practitioners. And you can join and sign up for our courses today. And then in addition to that, if you like content like this, then go ahead and check out this playlist here, and it'll take you much further down the rabbit hole on all things B2B ads. I'll see you in the next one.